Welcome in, everyone. No, sorry, not. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Sus Edwards, zero fucks, ripping a drafters draft today. We're happy to be here with you guys as you pile on in here. We're gonna do a drafters draft today. Do the main light $15, turn it into 250K. In this economy, I don't know what 250K gets you, but hey, it's better than 15, right? Zero.
Yeah, better than 15. Better than
Better
investing it in some bullshit penny stocks when you could just, that's a lot of money. I mean, 250K from 15 is not bad. It's not bad.
sounds yeah, it sounds good to me. We split it two ways, agony, but could be a vehicle, could be a little bit of partying. I don't really
Oh,
party that much
I
anymore.
thought you were giving me a pizza party if we win, but
A
okay, that's
pizza
good.
party, a pizza party is crazy in the Epstein era, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh man.
But yeah, we got to get 10 more people in here. So if anyone wants to pop on in, please do so. We'll put something out to the pounders, see if they want to pile on in. DB allegedly says we all duck the smoke. Um, and we can't have that allegation on our names. So we are going to get people in here. But how's it going, man? How's your drafting season coming along so far?
Man, it's good, man. That's all. I'm happy we're on drafters. I haven't been here since day one of contest drop. I went kind of crazy, did like 25. And then I've been on underdog since. I'm probably not doing DraftKings. Even I don't care. I mean, dude, it's 3 million. Okay, cool, bro. It's 2 million, 3 million. Dude, at the end of the day, if I'm not enjoying something, I'm not gonna do it. I don't care if it's one more million. So like,
Right.
I've been on underdog. The interface sucks. If DraftKings slows were more like simpler, the interface on slows at least, like I could throw in slows, but the slows are even worse there somehow. So just been on underdog, man. It's like, dude, it's super chill on underdog. It like the contests fill super quick. Unlike here, I feel like we just crossed the border and it's like people don't like us or what the fuck? Like we're in Canada and we can't even get a room to fill at like what 7 p.m. my time, 10 p.m. your time.
Exactly. This
Um, you
should be
know,
prime drafting time, right? I mean, what else are
yeah,
people doing right now besides? Are you really going to sleep at 10 o'clock? Honestly, that's a skill issue and a grind set. If you ask me, people drafting when they should have a 9 to 5, that's a recession indicator as far as I'm concerned. But you said you piled into a bunch of drafts early. Is there any
yeah.
like particular player you were targeting or like CLV you think you might have got on like any target you went into day one trying to get? Maybe a Jadarian Price or any of these running backs or whoever it might be. Was there like a target you had?
I didn't really have like just like a couple. I mean, it was just like I was trying to build like really good teams and trying not to get like too fancy at the beginning, especially because you like not pulling up players in the first couple rounds, even though that you should do that later in the year once you've seen how the ADP moves. But like, if I pull up Nico to the 1-2 turn and something happens, he tweaks his hamstring and now he's going at the 3-4 turn. It's like okay, like that's not. So it's mostly like not even targeting a player, but it's like avoiding landmines because like
Right.
I mean, pulling up Nico to the 1-2 turn would be a landmine if he got cheaper for whatever reason. So stuff like that, kind of like just focused on that. I did target like, Diggs, Debo. But Debo, I mean, Debo's super cheap. So Diggs, Debo, Trey Tucker. From running backs, I was trying to get Price, but he was kind of moving up quickly. Like I only got him like maybe four or five times in like the 80s, but then he moved up so quick. I got a lot of Pollard though. That was probably the running back I got the most of. Those are the players I was trying to like. Well, I guess Trey Tucker. I don't know if I didn't think there was gonna be CLV. I just wanted him, but I guess there is CLV on him now. But
Yeah, he's screaming up the boards. I think he's up to like 160 now. Um, but I don't think he's done there. He's got to keep going up, up, up a little bit, I think, right?
it's been hard to get him because like, um, dude, because I used to have to take him like half a round early just to secure him, and now he's like, I mean, shit, it's hard. Like he'll be going like people take him in the 130s or 140s on me. I'm like, fuck, bro. But I guess so much like I'm cool. Like I still have like 69% of him on underdog. So I'm
Nice.
69% is a lot of a player, but
Nice. Is it? That's
It'd
a
be hard
real
to keep it up.
69%. That's kind of tough. If he
I
stays
literally
healthy,
have.
that's a smash.
Well, I'm not gonna keep, but the thing is, I'm not gonna keep it this high if he moves up. But if
Right.
he stayed this cheap or like 170s, I would probably finish with 70%. It's like, bro, like last round. It's like one of your last round picks. Like, who
Right.
cares?
It's in a range
But I've
where
already,
most guys do nothing, and he's going to do something, guaranteed.
oh yeah. But it's like I've always liked them. I liked them his rookie year. I liked them last year. I was drafting him last year. I wasn't a Thornton guy. It's just 'cause I was thinking like, dude, like Thornton, literally like, yeah, he's a deep threat, but like, well, anyways, we don't have to get into Thornton. But that shit was like a psyop last year.
Bro, I feel like we're getting some more Thorntons this year. I mean, where would Dante Thornton go? If he goes fourth round last year, he goes probably second or third, probably third round this year. Like, I don't know, man. The whole rookie wide receiver landscape, like, I'm not sure
Yeah.
if you're like too hype on this year's class, but like people are trying to tell me about Deshaun Stribling because he was 33rd overall. I get it, but like you can't. My whole thing with the rookie is getting better draft capital. I don't know if this makes sense or not. Like, sure, if you go a little earlier or a lot earlier at receiver, like yeah, it shows the team's confident in you, but like at running back, that means more to me because they can just load you up with touches if you get that higher draft capital. Even if you're not good, they can just put the ball in your gut and you produce. But like if you're not good enough at receiver, like if you're a fourth round pick, but they take you at 33 overall, like uh, second round draft capital doesn't mean anything if you can't play well. So like I don't know, where are you at with
Yeah.
this like rookie class, the Striblings,
Um,
and just like this general cohort of rookie receivers that aren't like the top, the top guys.
I think it's a little complicated because I agree with like, well, I agree with like half of what you said, but not the other half, which is like, it's not even that I disagree, but I just don't think that it means the opposite either. It's just like,
Right.
because like I personally think like Stribling, yeah, like he was, late second, early third, mid third. I don't think like fourth. I think it was like 2, 3 to 4, sure, but it just depends. Like he went early, so the fact that they got him, it's still like he's gonna get a shot. I mean, because like you look at it, what you said about Besh, and like Besh was a second round pick, and like Besh sucks, bro. Like I'm sorry, Stribling. I don't know if he sucks. We'll find out. Besh has nothing that he's like it's gonna be hard for him to get like a role and stick to a role because like what is his thing? So like Stribling can make his way on the field in theory, but it's not. I don't think he's gonna be fantasy relevant or like statistics relevant. He might just be like out there blocking, doing the dirty work. So like in that case, like so like both things could be right. He's not a good pick, but he's also like a fine player that earns playing time. Like okay, Matt Collins earns playing time. Do you draft Matt Collins? Like Stribling probably sucks, but most of the players in this class suck, bro. That's why, like,
Right.
for me, it's just like Tate, and then whatever you pick your favorites. I've heard people say like that they have Tyson and Lemon above Tate. I don't know what the fuck they're smoking. They probably haven't watched a single game of football in their lives. They don't understand that being flashy is not like you don't have to be flashy. Chris Olave is not flashy. Chris Olave
Right.
just has a bubble around him at all times. Kind of like I like that when players have a bubble around them. They're getting separation. They're always like I was like, bro, how is the defender like never on you, bro? Like I like that. And Tate's not the fastest guy, but dude, I never see motherfuckers on him. And when they are on him, contested, bro, big ass hands, bro. He has bigger hands than the average by like almost an inch bigger than average. So, or it's like 3/4 of an inch bigger. So Tate stud. Tyson could be a stud. We'll see. Depends on Chuck, really, right? Because like there's a lot of mouths to feed over there, man. And Jalen
Mike
Hurts
Robb says
will
Mike Robb says if you had to stay in college for 6 years to make yourself draftable, are you really that good? People are asking, man. People are asking about Xavier Legette. If you have to if you break out, quote unquote, when you're 23, 24, whatever, like how old is Stribling? Is he 23 or 24?
dude, we saw Bailey. Bailey was decent.
Yeah.
Dude, he came in at like 26, bro. Dude,
True.
Florida was 25 too. Florida was 25 as a rookie. So I don't care about the age as much as like, look, the team invested.
But on average, it matters, right? Like the for the breakouts, like it's not everything, but like did Stribling even break out? Like He didn't even have a 1,000-yard season in college.
If we look at historically what the 49ers do, they try to make Trey Lance a thing. I mean, not as long as Anthony Richardson, but they had no backup plan in the Colts. They try to make Trey Lance a thing for so long that I just see them. They invested a high pick. They're probably going to try to make him work in his role. I just don't know if it's going to be fantasy relevant role. Could he luck box like a 2-touchdown game? I guess like possible, but when you got Mike Evans, CMC, Kittle, like it's just like, I'd rather just bet the other players. But
and the thing with Stribling is like, I don't even think he's as good as Jalen Noel as a prospect, and Jalen Noel was struggling to get on the field over a Christian Kirk. Jalen Noel actually has a route bag. Stribling does not have a route bag. I'm going to be honest, I don't think Stribling's even better than Demarcus Robinson. Like straight up, he's not as good. Like right now, he's a raw project as a route runner. Also, I just want to say real quick, what's good, Nick Bach? Had a run real quick. Sorry if I catfished anyone on Twitter about that, but we're definitely going to get Nick on sometime soon. Do a little drafters. Last 49er wide receiver drafted in the second round was Debo. It's a good shout. That's a good shout. I also am old enough to remember the likes of, Danny Gray, Dante Pettis, more recent years, Jordan Watkins, Jacob Cowling. They've had some hits and they've had some misses. It'll be interesting.
It's pretty open. It's pretty open if he's good. It's not complete. Yeah. He's not like as shut out as Noel. I think Noel was kind of shut out last year, but he was good at special teams, so he kind of like that's how he got his roster spot.
Yeah,
I think it's like technically dude, because I could sell you a story of like right now everything seems fine and healthy, but like Mike Evans tweaks his hamstring.
Right.
Kittle is Kittle should be slow to return because why would you rush back a 32-year-old tight end off of Achilles in the playoffs, right? Or was it week 8? Well, I think it was in the playoffs, right? But anyways, you can make it so Ricky doesn't actually break out because he's a shitty prospect also. That was like 49ers reach on prospects all the time. Like Ricky was I think Ricky's fine enough for fantasy, but I think he also has some glaring holes besides getting shot. That was just unlucky. Like he's kind of flaky, bro. Like
that is a hole.
Yeah. But even last year, he was kind of flaky, bro. Like it's just that's not a good. We can excuse the first year, but what about last year though?
Well, last year I think he had a yards per route run above 2. He had 2 85-yard. He played like half the year, had 2 100-yard games, and had 2 like 85-yard games. He just didn't get the touchdowns for whatever reason. Now you could say maybe he's just not a red zone threat or whatever, but I think point is like I think you gotta like lean on the player takes. Like if a receiver gets pulled up like that, like if you feel like they're worth it, cool. But like I'm not gonna like go in on a prospect who I didn't believe in just because they got draft capital at the receiver position. I'm more inclined to at running back. Like if any of these running backs like went round 2 or whatever, I'm like, okay, I don't really see it, but I'm gonna just lean on the volume probably being there early in the career.
But so
like,
Kalen Black, then you're in. Third running back off the board.
Third running back off the board. I don't even know if he was better than undrafted Roman Henry, but we'll see on that. That's a situation I'm pumping the brakes on the Jordan James bags and going to just kind of wait for like a camp report because I don't think Kalen Black is any good either, but he does do some things in the passing game that Jordan James doesn't do, and they might just kind of say fuck it and go with them. It's not like Jordan James is so special that he couldn't get passed by Kalen Black.
That's why I wasn't drafting Jordan James in the first place. Kind of like, dude, every year the 49ers do the same thing, and we always, well, not we, but I guess some people fall for it. It's like, bro, like they draft a running back in the round 3 to 4, sometimes 2 of them, and it's like, holy fuck. Let me get the camp report. I'll pay 120 ADP for one CMC's in a walking boot. Oh, I'll pay fucking 50 ADP. I don't care. CMC's in a walking boot? Like, what the fuck am I getting out of? Dude, because you pull up to the finals, bro, and you got like 2 zeros, like that are just like, why? Why do I have this 0? Like, the 0 should have been like a real player with a real role, like Sean Tucker has a real role, like Ray Davis for sure has a real role. I don't care about, I don't care that he needs an injury, but he has a role though.
No, that's fair. I was more into Jordan James. Like when he went up to like the 180s, I'm like, all right, I'm cool on that. But when he was like around 20 and it's like Taj Brooks, DJ Giddens,
I don't care about the cost, man. why does the cost matter if it's a zero? Like it doesn't.
Well, your
Tight
opportunity
ends.
cost. Like you don't want to round 1-0. It gets to a point where
No, but you look at the end of the draft, the best picks are either tight ends and then receivers. And I guess you could take a shot on a quarterback getting signed, but like tight end and receiver were the best. So why would you take a shot on like fucking, these fucking trash ass dude? Jordan James does nothing good, bro. I'm sorry. Like he doesn't like if CMC goes down, he's not getting like the Isaac Guerrero treatment, you know.
who's to say he can't get the Jordan Mason treatment, which I was
He
really in
can't.
on him 2 years ago. You sure about
Yeah, he
that?
can. I said he
All
can. He can
right.
get that.
Oh, he can. He can. Sorry. Yeah, I
He can
think he
get
can.
that.
Like, and Jordan Mason was a guy that I was pretty into 2 years ago. I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe I think he's a decent player, good coach speak. Again, round 20, there's like almost no bad bet. Like, I wouldn't have taken Jordan James over like Terrence Ferguson or some shit, but like, if it's like Evan Ingram, like I don't need to do
I
it.
was taking Michael Mayer over him, and I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with my Michael Mayer. I think you want to bet on talent, it's not Jordan James. That's for sure. Jordan James is fine, though. I mean, shit. If he was the RB2 on the 49ers, I'd probably draft him. But I don't trust Shanahan, and I'm not one of those people who are like, who thinks that Shanahan owes me an explanation either. I'm not going to fucking gamble on that shit, though, you know?
That's totally fair. We're coming up on it here. I feel like we're gonna have our choice made for us in the first round pretty easily.
Oh,
Jonathan
yeah.
Taylor at 9.
That's a slam. Easy,
Windmill,
bro.
big time. To Nick's point, Stribling would have had a ADP 120 last year. Yeah, man. And it probably would have busted, but at the same time, I'm glad at least the market's more efficient. Like I won't have 0% Stribling, like if I would have in like the last 2 years. But yeah, no, I'm glad that like the market is correcting towards not pulling up Kyle Williams and Jack Besh to like those type of guys as rookies to like round 10 and 11. Um, we just don't have to do it. Give me a
Well, I have zero dribbling, even though I think he's probably going to be a fine player. There's no way he kills me, bro. There's no way he kills me. That's for sure.
but give me Antonio. I agree. I might not be like in the total Antonio Williams like uber smash camp, but I'm like I see the case for him being like a Jalen McMillan rookie year type of guy more than Stribling. I mean, he just has less competition. Let's see. Walker, Rice, London, Hampton, the tight ends, Henry, anything?
Um,
Do we go
I mean,
Walker for
I don't know. Rice
uniqueness or not
is it
uniqueness,
unique?
but
I mean,
yeah,
Rice
probably. I
is.
guess
I
it's
mean,
JT at 9.
yeah, Rice is. I mean, I don't know. Rice is cool. I don't really. I'm cool with any of those guys, man.
All right, let's do Rice. That point per game is crazy. I just saw for Rice. Did that say 18 something? It's
Yeah, he played like.
diabolical.
Yeah, he didn't play a lot of games, but it's PPR though. In PPR, he's a little scammer.
I kind of like that then. I kind of like that. Um, Jordan James league winner. Honestly, man, if something happens to CMC, and part of my Jordan James bet, I will say, was not in a vacuum. I faded CMC in round 1 this year. So I kind of had to leverage it with some sort of thing. Again, could be a total whiff, but I think he's a pretty underrated between the tackles back. Not to like write home about, and not so good that I'm like still hammering it post draft. But one thing I want to do, more this year and going forward is like if I'm not into a thing, if I'm fading a guy, I want to get the leverage of the backup. Um, just as a way to correlate that bet. Michael Mayer over Dulcet is wild,
That's
bro.
literally not wild for NFL consensus that are literally waiting for his rookie deal to be over and the Raiders won't be able to afford him because they're not gonna have Bowers and Mayer signed. So NFL teams are salivating for Michael Mayer to be a free agent. I'm just saying.
They're just slobbing on the knob over it. Honestly, do you think Greg Dulcich is the week 1 starting tight end for the Dolphins? Or is there a world where they're like the Njoku team or trade for Kyle Pitts? Like their skill position core is so bad.
I don't think they're
I don't
trading. I don't think they're trading for Kyle Pitts, but I don't know. It depends on what Njoku wants. It seems like they're probably just They have, but like this year they still have the Tua contract, so they're probably just not. They're probably trying to do a full reset. So I don't know if they're gonna bring in like, older guys on long-term deals or something. I mean, if he wants a 1-year deal, maybe they'll bring him in. But I think
Nick
Dulcich could
said,
be the
"I'm not
starter. I
talking."
don't know if it matters.
Nick said, "I'm not talking about that 2027 IRL shit. I'm talking about fantasy, bro."
You're
Your
talking about
response
bro.
would be,
You're talking about fantasy, bro. Good players get roles, have roles. Like you look at Michael Mayer's like production or like his involvement. Yeah, the offense was trash, but he's involved more than a lot of receivers back there. He's involved more than running backs back there. And Kubiak is a sick fuck. So you're talking about fantasy. I want to bet on talented players that I know for sure on the team and are gonna have a role. And first of all, their wide receiver room isn't that stacked. So like he's probably the second most talented. You want to argue Trey Tucker or him is the second most talented receiver. That's probably fair, right? So Kubiak's not gonna give like fucking bums run over a stud like that, man.
we got Josh Allen, Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall, Tet, T. Higgins, Zay Flowers, Javante, Ladd. Anything?
Kind of liking those receivers, man. I kind of liking
Like
any one of
Garrett?
those. Garrett, Ted, yeah, probably not T, but I like Garrett or Ted. Kind of like getting in some more of those volume, bro, because they're still gonna get like a lot of targets. So
On a PPR scam tip too, Garrett Wilson could just get fed this year, like totally fed. So I'm
yeah,
into that. I am into Garrett Wilson. I think something I talked about on a recent stream, but I could really see him being like a JSN light again. You can't project anyone for 1,700 yards, but like just making that volume leap. Geno is good enough to support him. Round late, like Garrett Wilson in previous years has been going around here, so I don't know. We got T, Javante,
yeah.
Ladd, Burden, Bucky. I was thinking about Loveland if he was there. How do you feel about Ladd, low key?
I'm not a lad guy at all, but
Not a Ladd
I
guy.
think no, I mean, dude, I'd rather take Bucky. You want to take Bucky? Let's take Bucky. Man.
All right, a little 2-2.
Yeah, because I'm not like
Let's
for
do it.
me, like
Structure.
I'm not a Bucky guy at this cost, but like if my options are Ladd or Bucky, give me Bucky, bro. Like I feel like
good,
that's
Hartman.
less of a parlay. That's less of a parlay to hit. Like Bucky versus Ladd. I don't know, bro. Ladd just feels super fragile, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't see his points per game being like super crazy either, or his like spike weeks. Like, do you see him giving you like 30s and shit, like all the time, like often?
I think it could happen, man. I just want to say, what's up, Hartman? Hope you are doing well in these drafting streets.
Yo, Hartman.
I think Ladd has a chance to occupy like that prime Waddle or even Tyreek role in terms of like getting some motion. Now, Waddle didn't get as much motion as Tyreek, but like if you want to like move a receiver around who can like win short, intermediate, and deep, I think Ladd can do it. Obviously, he doesn't have the true burner speed of a Tyreek, but he's got good speed. And he's got a well-developed route tree. I don't know, man. I think Ladd could have something in the ballpark of like in the bull case of like 12 to 1,400 yards. I'm honestly starting to come around to a take, like if not a true serum take, but just like maybe my hottest take in terms of quarterbacks. I think Justin Herbert might be a top 3 quarterback this year. You get the offensive tackles back. You get, Mike McDaniel just scheming up fantasy goodness all over the field. Like we haven't had Justin Herbert getting like really well schemed stuff in a grip. And you look at his first 3 years in the league, bro, he was putting up insane numbers. Now we're done with this Greg Roman shit. We've got like some real weapons coming in. They add running backs, the last 2 years. I don't know. That whole offense is just like you give Mike McDaniel the best quarterback he's ever really worked with, in the last few years, and an offensive line too. It's like I don't want to look at Gift Horse in the mouth. I think the whole offense is going to go off in a crazy way, and I don't know, man. Ladd, late his rookie year when stuff was schemed well, he was getting some big scores. I'll give you a chance to respond to that, of course, but we got DeAndre Swift, Mike Evans, Christian Watson, Price, Tootin, Tate. How do you feel about Swift or Evans?
I like
Evans,
either
of those guys? Or like Evans?
Yeah. I've been clicking a lot of like I have enough Swift I don't know, man. Like Swift is kind of interesting because like he's probably a good pick, but I feel like, dude, isn't Mike Evans like he's competing against fucking shitty Ricky and shitty Stribling, like, and Kittle's hurt, so maybe his production comes like in the beginning of the season where he's like just peppered, bro, more than he was with Godwin there. Dude, his competition went from Godwin to fucking shitty Ricky. I draft Ricky. I think he's cool bet to make, but like, come on, bro. He's not Godwin. He's not a target hog. So, I mean, shit. Evans might. I'd rather. I was gonna say this earlier. Like, you think CMC gets hurt? I'm leaning into Evans. I don't give a fuck about guessing the backups. I know Evans on the team and he's a good red zone threat. CMC goes down, they're going fucking Devontae Adams mode on his fucking just throw it up to Big Mike.
That's Big facts. Mike. So on the Ladd thing, real quick, full PPRZ kind of cheap. You're right. Ladd is this year's JSN. Nick is stamping it. No Alpha Herbert, Mike McDonald.
Mike McDonald. Who the fuck is that?
Mike McDonald had a farm, bro. Stop sleeping. We got Bayshall Tootin, maybe Carnell.
Dude, Tate is crazy at this price. How is Tate still here? What the fuck? Wait, Tate's still here at 60 something?
He might be here at 64.
That's crazy, bro. Oh my god, bro. They really give you Tate this late? The 4th overall pick?
Is Tate the pick over Tootin?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
All right.
The problem with even if Tootin's the starter, I'll tell you about Tootin. Even if Tootin's the starter, I have a feeling they're not gonna be putting up like crazy weeks that we can't find from like Aaron Jones, Tyrone Tracy if they get some run. I just like, what do you see him putting up like fucking 35s and shit? Like, I don't know, bro. He just seems like, Chase Brown is a good comp, but Chase Brown gets every touch. But if he's splitting, and Chase Brown doesn't even have a good crazy ceiling, bro. I'm just saying. So I'm a Tootin hater forever.
Amen. That much is true. That much is true. I think he could have something similar to the ETN role. Because I know John Tripoli's like, oh, Chris Rod's going to lead the team in carries. Okay, he also said Tank Bigsby, the 2-down grinder, was going to lead the team in carries. And how did that work out for me and for everyone who listened? Like,
if he's in the ETN role, he's going to suck because they don't play the same way. He's better in some aspects, but last year, man, like that shit was, bro. I watched every snap he took. He made a couple plays. He got a little bit better towards the end of the year. But not fully, right? Bro, rookie year Bucky, you saw him patient, letting blocks develop. This motherfucker runs into his tight end and the defender at the same. Like, I'm like, bro, like slow down. Like, you had the angle. He didn't even cut it inside. He ran right into the tight end. What's his name? What's his name? Long. I forgot his first name. Yeah. The last name Long.
Yeah,
ran into Long. They all like did a little tumbleweed or whatever. Like dude. It's like, dude, slow down. I don't know how you.
So he's got that Hendo vision. It's all good. I'm not worried on it. Hartman says
3.7 yards per carry though.
On some Algier shit. Ladd was clubbing with Lamb and Neighbors, so he got some motion. That's a big fact.
I've seen some shitty players partying with good players. It's just their friends, it happens. Well, Ladd's
shitty,
good. Ladd's
shitty good. Is crazy, bro. I'm gonna have to pull up the JSN tweet from.
That's
Ryan
not what I meant. I didn't mean Ladd is shitty. I'm just saying I've seen shitty players party. So why does it matter if Ladd's partying with them? That doesn't mean anything, bro. Ladd is,
Neighbors and Lamb would never degrade themselves to hang out with a motionless white guy. Because if it's like a black player who sucks, fine. But if it's a white dude hanging out with Lamb and Neighbors, he's kind of nice with it. All right.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's impeccable. That's fair.
Non-derogatory. That's real. Yeah. What else is there, bro? That's
Pierce, Metcalf, Lawrence, Sutton.
That's a pretty good T-Law price. Why is he falling? Is he not falling?
Pretty good price. I'm down to push it for one of these. Are you out on Pierce? I kind of like it.
I'm cool with him. He's just been falling. I don't know if he's falling on drafters because of the the little cleanup.
That's fair. I feel like
I like
fallen to a good point though, like 80s, like early 80s.
Yeah.
And I would like Lawrence, but maybe we can get him naked. He doesn't come back. All good. How you feel about Chris Godwin? And we're just going to town.
I kind of like Rico, man. I'm cool with Godwin. Okay. I like Godwin a lot.
Fannin, you're not a Fannin guy, really?
dude, I'll bet anyone money about the Fannin situation, and it's a horrible pick. I'm cool with Godwin or
You like
I
Rico
mean
though?
Godwin or Rico. I love Rico, man.
Let's do
I love
Rico
Rico.
structurally. I think we're chilling with the like we could go either way with it, but the Rice, Wilson, Evans, Tate, Pierce. I feel good about that. Lock up RB3 because we're probably going to go quarterback at least one of our next two
Here's the
picks.
problem with Fannin is he's going in a range where, dude, I don't think he's gonna outscore. I don't even think he's gonna outscore Pitts in them, but he's going in a range of a bunch of receivers that are gonna outscore him. So it's like I don't see how he makes a good pick here, right?
Fannin needs to fall. Like they basically took 2 round 1 receivers. They took Tate and they probably view Boston as like a late first.
Like it was obvious that they were gonna. It was obvious that they were gonna draft at least one. Like everyone knew. Like I thought they were gonna draft like a round 1 or round 2 receiver. That's it. They drafted 2 back. Like okay, I didn't expect 2, but like we all should have known that like a new scheme. He's not gonna get fucking peppered because it's just him and Judy. Like if he gets peppered like that, they're gonna win like 2 games, bro. That's not. You can't build an offense out of a fucking tight end, bro.
Nick is a fan, by the way, of the Tate pick. He said he won't be surprised if he's rookie Malik Neighbors, rookie BTJ. I mean, that deep threat who just goes and catches like a ton of big bombs. I'm here for that.
Tate's way better route runner than BTJ.
True, but I think they both like some of their peak is like when you just hit them like 35 yards downfield. And they make like a long ass, but like they're both capable of those big 40 plus yard touchdowns. Hartman says they probably blocked it wrong, to be honest. And Nick says drafting all the shitty Browns receivers, but won't take elite tight end is wild.
Bro, shitty is crazy because like I would really consider like Conception like over Lemon or like I mean if you think Tyson is injury prone and like I think KC could have been like a smash on most teams. So like shitty is crazy, and I think Boston fits every team too. So like they got arguably like 2 of the more versatile receivers. I don't even think like Lemon on the Browns, like that sounds kind of ass, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That actually does sound ass as fuck, bro. You gotta admit that sounds horrible, bro.
Lemon on the Browns, it doesn't make it move for me. It debricks me mildly.
Yeah. CD is crazy.
Fannin, a great player. I wish he played on almost any other team. That's kind of how I feel, man. Like in any other offensive environment where you could really get him going. It's just such a shame. I mean, he really snatched Njoku's chain. It's a testament to his talent.
But he was so hurt. He was fucking banged up all year. Njoku.
I think we got to go Kyler here just to get we need some quarterback points, and it's kind of flying a little bit.
Kyler, no, we got Gino, we got fucking Cam Ward coming up. We got I think I wouldn't worry here. I would fucking push that shit, bro.
But you kind of want ceiling though.
Dude, Pittman's a fucking. You talking about ceiling? Wait, you talking about ceiling?
We have 5 receivers, bro. We need some quarterback
bro. We don't.
spikes.
No, bro. Trust me. On drafters, you gotta look. Naked Kyler's not getting it done, bro.
Okay. What about Jordan Love?
I'll make a. Oh man, we have stacks coming up later though. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't have to be Pittman, but taking a fucking naked Kyler, bro. Come on, bro. We gotta look at our stacks coming up. We have at least 2 stacks. If you want to say, is Rodgers retiring? Then we don't have a 3rd stack. But
bro, I don't give a fuck about some stacks on this team, bro. We're trying to get some raw points.
Listen, I'm not saying raw points. I'm just saying, like, if these players spike, they're probably like the quarterback probably scores decent too, like that week. That week only, like not for the whole season. That's why, like, you do want to stack if possible, but I don't know. Naked Kyler, bro. Like, I don't know. Naked Kyler's not.
It's not making a move for you.
What else?
This guy taking Daniels, May, and Kyler. Fucking piece of shit.
No, he's dumb, bro.
Honestly, I think,
what's that?
I think we go Baker with Bucky, and we can backstab.
Yeah, no, dude, I like that. See bro. Baker with Bucky sounds better than Naked Kyler though, for real. Because we can backstack his ass with your favorite. Actually, not your favorite tight end, but your favorite Ted Hurst. No, I mean even
Said
this,
it.
just the
As Johnson.
one of my best teams. No, one of my best teams was Gibbs and Goff, no other stack. So I'm just saying, like, you don't even need a. Oh yeah, let's do this. Yeah, let's do that, bro.
So we got Baker, lock it up, elite
Wait,
quarterback.
do the 2v2. Do the 2v2, bro. This 2v2 slaps. Pittman and
Well,
Baker versus Kyler and
versus Kyler
fire,
and Baker.
Bro.
But I mean, yeah, it's fine.
This is fire, bro.
We are making a Will Howard bet on this team. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to play for the Steelers this year? And I know a lot of people are like, yeah, sure, yeah, totally. It's like, I don't know. Wasn't he supposed to sign before the draft? He probably does, like, in the sense of more than 50-50, but, like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. The vibes are a little weird to me right now. This is maybe I'm just got some trepidation from the Amari Cooper days, but it's like, does he really give a fuck anymore? And they're also saying he might be.
No, he can't. He gives a fuck. He gives a fuck. I think the way he played last year, dude. The thing is, I don't know if you actually watched like some of the games, dude. He was like
that Ravens game at the end was crazy.
No, but he gets rid of the ball quickly because that's the whole point of like Aaron Rodgers puts the players in a good position, go win with the ball in your hands. But like he stood in there and took some pressure. He even had a rushing touchdown. He was scrambling around. He gives a fuck. He was putting his body on the line towards the end there. So I think he does give a fuck. But dude, him on the Cardinals, like that would hurt my Pittman bags. But that would unlock Marv. I'm saying if any quarterback can unlock Marv, it's Rodgers. Because dude, you don't need separation. He'll throw it right where you can catch it, bro. Marv, you don't need to separate. Just run your route. Get like on the box him out like on some football or basketball shit, and then so I think that'd be sick for. But this is like getting way too deep in the weeds, bro. Of something that's not even gonna happen. Probably, I think there's probably a higher chance he retires than goes to the Cardinals.
Yeah, I think it's in the cards that he retires. I don't think it's the most likely thing, but I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. You make that much money, do you really want to like degrade yourself? Like, I know he loves football, but it's like, how many more years of it wouldn't he have signed?
He's not playing for money though. I mean, he could have gotten more money from a team that I think he just wanted to try to win something and.
There's been a rumor now in like the Pittsburgh area, like before the draft and stuff, that like Rodgers last year was playing for like the love of the game because he proved himself. He won something closer to 30 million, but they're not giving it to him. So I don't know. It'll be an interesting situation to monitor for real. I have two players here that I absolutely love, and we'll get one of them. How do you feel about Gadsden or Malik Willis? How do you feel about Malik Willis?
Shit, man. Can I sell you on Kelsey?
Fuck no. We need a ceiling at the quarterback position.
Bro, that's not how it works, bro. What
do you mean?
Ceiling. Bro, Malik Willis is not ceiling, bro. Rushing is floor. It's not ceiling. So we got floor at quarterback. It's not rushing is not ceiling. I'm just saying.
But I also think he's got a little bit of passing to now. He has absolutely no one to throw to. But if you want to talk about like the perfect, I think it's like the real Justin Fields bet. Like I was out on the Justin Fields bet last year, but you're talking about a guy who like
the Justin Fields bet with a guy who has 150 career passing attempts.
What? It's only up from there. It's only up from here. We got Jacory, Daniel Jones, Kincaid.
Let's do Cam Ward, bro. You like Cam Ward, right?
Fuck it.
Dude, okay, so let me just tell you something. Like on this kind of team, that you might not get it, but the way I'm looking at it is just like, look, Malik Willis is fine, but it's just like, how do you get ceiling on a weekly basis? It's you stack up Garrett with Geno, so in those few weeks that they spike together, you get all those points together. Malik Willis is like giving you a floor. It's not. I think like stacking up like Daniel Jones with Pierce and like Geno with what's his name, Garrett Wilson's probably going to give you more floor or more ceiling for when our players spike, because now Malik Willis, okay, fine, he's spiking by himself, but like I wouldn't be surprised if he gets benched by week 7.
Bro, don't even worry about it because we're still getting Geno. It's a 4 quarterback build, bro.
This is crazy, bro.
Think about it though. If you push quarterback to start, like you get to rounds 18, 19, 20, it's some ass anyway. Can't we just do Aaron Rodgers with Rico, Pittman, and then
I'm not against that, but okay. But the thing is, like, Malik Willis, I don't know if it's ceiling. I think it's floor. I don't think it's ceiling though.
I think he's going to have 3 28+ point games this year.
Okay, well, I disagree, but also it doesn't matter because if you have 4 quarterbacks all stacked up that start with Baker, let's say, like you said, Baker, Cam Ward, Geno, Rodgers all stacked up, they'll give you more, like, they'll ping pong higher spike weeks, I think. Dude, you saw Rodgers spike with fucking the Jets, man.
Bro, I'm worried about the Daniel Jones spike week stuff. I know we bet on a couple Colts, but like Jonathan Taylor can do it without Daniel Jones. A lot of the Daniel Jones stuff historically has been on his ability to run. Coming off an Achilles, I'm a little bit worried about that. Just want to touch on Nick Bach here real quick. Kyler Murray playing with the best weapons he ever had and same rushing upside as any QB. It's an interesting point on the naked stuff. Now, he's got some weapons that he could stack with, but I don't know. What do you think this year on Kyler and just to that point of the Vikings quarterbacks? But 9 is the best quarterback on the roster. Enough said. Shout out Sean. Sorry, I want to give you the chance to answer that, but we are on the clock here. I just want to say
that was a statement, not even a question. So I don't know how to answer that. It's just
it was an affirmation.
Yeah,
put it out there. I know we don't have a tight end yet, but Stephon Diggs did beat his case today, and it looks like he's going to sign soon. Would I be able to talk you into just gaping the room at receiver, like just hard?
I like Diggs.
Like just giving it to the room.
Man, I kind of wish we took JCM instead of Willis now, but whatever.
That's fair. I guess it comes down to the fact we like disagree on the ultimate ceiling. Like if he has the 3 28-point spikes, he's worth it, and if not, you were correct.
No, but he has to have those, and other quarterbacks have to not have their spike weeks. But if they do have their spike weeks, then it won't matter. And plus, like, his bench risk is not 0 at all. I mean, it's not like they would even bench him because he's playing bad. It's double-sided. If he's playing too good, he might get benched because they're trying to, if they're close to the number 1 pick and he's winning a few games at the end, they might just bench his ass just to lose out. So it's a tough. Oh shit.
Are you a Hunter Henry guy? We don't have a tight end.
He's fine at this point. We might as well just wait till the end and just pick like 4 or 5.
Is there something?
Trey Tucker's there. Fuck it, man. Nah, I mean Hawk.
Do we say fuck it? Tucker or Henry?
I think Hawk or Tucker. So we can meet in the middle. Fuck it, bro.
I fucking hate Hockenson this year.
He's a PPR scammer, bro. With Kyler.
I think Henry's as much a PPR type scammer. But I
got to reply to Nick Buck. You said I got to reply to Nick Buck. Look, man.
All right.
Look. So this might be the best like coach that Kyler's had, and you could argue the weapons too. But honestly, he's had good weapons in the Cardinals. He's had good weapons. Are they as good as this? I don't think it matters how good his weapons are. I think he's short. You know, he has to play what? He's going to play under center. So if he plays under center, look, can you see Kyler playing under center? I don't know, bro. It's a little one-dimensional. So the thing is, I wouldn't be surprised to see Wentz at some point this year. I'm not predicting that, but I'm just saying, like, if Kyler's not winning games and scrambling around, I wouldn't be shocked if Wentz was in the game at some point this year. It's a non-zero chance he gets benched because, first of all, his contract, they invested very little into him. If he doesn't work out, they'll just, okay, we have Wentz too. And Wentz was fine last year, to be honest.
Do you think if Kyler got benched, would they turn to Wentz or would they turn to 9, Sean's guy, J.J. McCarthy?
Okay, so if they want to keep Justin Jefferson on their team long-term, then they're going to go to Wentz because Justin Jefferson will literally rage quit this team if they go back to him. Because like he literally got passed up. He got passed up now in the career yards per game. And I don't think he's happy about that. I don't think like that's all he cares about. He probably cares about winning. But if you're losing your stats, that's probably like the double whammy, right? You like
Yeah, that's not good.
Saquon sat and he didn't go for the record, but you won the Super Bowl. But imagine you don't make the Super Bowl and you're fucking no, that shit's sad.
That's just
JJ
horrendous.
will be gone, bro, if that happens.
All right, so we are looking at just to strategize here. I think we just take whatever the top 2 tight ends are.
I
Barner,
think we
Helm.
stack up Baker. I know you don't like Kate on, but it makes sense for the, capturing the touchdowns from the. Put him in the queue, bro. At least put him in the queue, just so it looks like you're.
Like I'm pretending to listen.
No, but if you
yeah,
here's my argument for you. When do you take Kate on a Baker stack? You never have to take him on a nut, but like I would not take Gunnar Helm on this. Well, I mean, actually, Gunnar Helm we have the stack too, so we could take him. I would say not Burner, but
we go Helm. We go Helm Otten here if we can't. Like we try to do both.
Yeah.
Because we got to just.
I think this team is pretty sick, man. But honestly, bro, like I'm into Kyler.
We were greedy as
Kyler's
with that Trey Tucker click, but he's going to get a couple spikes to be worth it.
Couple spikes? Wide receiver.
Yeah, Trey Tucker's going to get us a couple spikes. Yeah, a couple.
Couple spikes.
Couple spikes. I like it. I'm saying a couple spikes is good. What do you think he gets?
I'm saying like we might see something that you're not expecting. We might see something imagine if Shaheed was a better talent and didn't have to do kick returning at all and could play full-time receiver all the routes. And that's like no, but think about it. You can disagree, but like look at Trey Tucker's.
I don't necessarily disagree.
But even Shaheed, if he was a full-time receiver, would have smashed, bro. Would have smashed. I'm just saying. And you can think Shaheed is better than Tucker. I think Trey Tucker is much better than Shaheed as a talent. But it doesn't really matter what I think. It matters what Kubiak thinks. And Kubiak said, first thing I noticed about the Raiders is that motherfucking Trey Tucker. And that was not an AI speech, by the way. That was a real interview.
That was some real life. Do you like K-Dot? We got to go K-Dot and over Jonah Coleman, right?
We have to go K-Dot just to soak up the touchdowns. Like, it's like Baker. I think it's like perfect. Like Baker, Bucky, Cade. You're kind of like almost, Amika's not going to separate. The offense is going through Godwin probably, and it's going through, soaking up the touchdowns that we can. I think is because Amika's so expensive on drafters. Like, holy fuck. What are we doing?
I think at this next turn, we do another tight end and another running back. This might be the latest I've gone in a draft with only 3 running backs. But honestly, like full PPR site, we're literally just saying like wide receiver in the flex damn near every week. And I'm kind of fine with it.
I don't think it matters because like some of my teams that had Gibbs and JT and they both slowed down at the end, but they gave you the massive spikes at some point during the year. So those teams were still like pretty high up there, like competing for first place still, even with those players. So I think if these 3 running backs give like 40-point spikes during the year once or twice or 35, it could be enough to like if you're ping-ponging the other positions pretty well.
On this team, would you ever do Sean Tucker with Bucky, or would you rather just try to play it through another offense? Because it feels like that is an offense where like, okay, some weeks it's going to be a Bucky week, another week it's going to be a Sean Tucker week. Or do we say Gainwell kind of carves up a lot of that extra role and we go for like maybe a Vidal or, Tank Bigsby, Braylon Allen, Ray Davis, something like that. Like, do you like the cocking or try to?
If we weren't going for, if we were going 2 quarterbacks or 3 tight ends, then I would say yeah, but I would try to get into a different team environment. Like if you have like 6 running backs or 7, probably 6 running backs, maybe you go double. But I don't know. If you get like 5 running backs and 2 of them are on the same team, it feels a little thin. But
yeah, I think I agree. I mean, do you like Tank Bigsby if he comes to us here? I don't think he will, but he did fall in a draft earlier to me.
I like Singleton, but the thing is, wait, we don't have Pollard. Do we have Pollard? No, we don't have Pollard. I'm kind of there he goes. Shit. The problem is like these guys need injuries. They can't really carve out a role. I'm kind of like I would almost take a shot on like James Conner of like he kind of gets cut or something.
If I could try to sell you on there's a guy behind us with only 1 tight end. I think there's going to be running backs we like that come back. Like they're all the same. But could we?
Can we stack Greg Dulcich? You mean? Yeah, let's do it.
How about Ferg and then Dulcich after that?
No, you wanted Malik. We got to stack him up. Come on, bro. You wanted him. Let's stack him up. Let's do it.
4 tight end team.
No, but we got another one later, bro. You got to do that. You got to take the stack. You have to take the stack.
Man, I'm sorry. I had to.
You're not. Nah, bro. This is not how you do it, bro.
He's gonna be there.
Actually, you know why this is horrible? Because Ferguson gets drafted every draft, so you don't even get leverage, and it's not even.
I don't give a rat's ass about leverage, bro. We just got the tight end 7 on the season,
bro. It's not, bro. First of all, you know that's not true. I'm not anti-Ferguson, but for the stack, you need it for the stack. Why do you just have a naked Malik Willis now? You can't override me. You can't override me on the stack when I'm stacking the player you wanted, bro.
I thought we were gonna be able to push him to 208. He has an ADP of 2.
What's the difference with these tight ends? No, bro. Scroll down. I'll find you a few more tight ends that have upside, bro. That are undrafted. Okay, whatever. What's that running back? Let's go to running back now. No, fuck this. Let's go to running back, bro. Let's
28 picks.
I think Vidal has. Actually, yeah. Let's do Tank Bigsby. Fuck Saquon, big guy, bitch. Oh, sorry. I know you. Okay. Yeah, take Tank Bigsby to the moon.
Bigsby, I need the validation, bro. I need that year 2 validation. Fuck it.
Year 2. This is like year 4 for him.
Or I mean, I guess year 2 of me being into his existence as a human being. But no, you're right. All right. Terrence, look, at the end of the day, I'll put it to you this way. If you thought there was a guy at this point who's one of them is as good as like Kyle Pitts and the other
he's nowhere as good as Kyle Pitts.
But did you see the Ian Hartitz cut up today of him hooping?
I'm not on social media, so unless you posted it in Discord, I didn't see it.
I did, but I didn't tag anyone. It was kind of just like in passing, you know. It wasn't.
You had to tag me and then go in all caps and be like, "Who the fuck faded? Who drafted Cade Otton over him? Who did all this shit?" Okay, look, I'll just say this: if you want to talk about a talent bet in a situation that doesn't have to compete with Puka and Adams and all this other shit, I don't care about the other tight ends. I'm just saying, Michael Mayer, better prospect than Ferg, in a tougher class, got higher draft capital, doesn't have to beat out Bowers because that's not how the NFL is not one tight end. They're not spreading it out with one tight end anymore, right? And even if they did, Bowers would be literally the wide receiver outside. So I'm just saying, if you want to bet on talent, doesn't get drafted every draft, Mayer, more talented than Ferg and less overall competition. There's no Puka there. There's just Bowers, Trey Tucker, and Naylor. So why would I take the bet on? Why would I take the bet on a worse talent? He's a worse prospect. He's a worse talent than Mayer in a more crowded room.
All the Rams have is Puka, Adams, and Ferg.
That's all they have is Puka and Adams. That's a lot, bro.
Cancel out the Kyren and the Gentry stuff. It's Bauer.
It's
Puka. It's
Bowers
Adams,
and Trey Tucker and Naylor. No, but Adams and Puka is more competition than just. But you're saying that Naylor and Trey Tucker on Adams level?
No, but I'm saying those guys both get hurt all the time. You could easily have Ferg just getting like 9.
He gets drafted. Okay, that's fine, but look.
He should be in I'm going to say something crazy. I don't care. He should be pick 120 overall. Like
okay, but in drafters, he gets drafted every draft. So if he's good, every team's we'll divide the total amount of teams by 12. That's gonna be how many Ferguson shares there are. And you still have to hit the parlay of him being good and him mattering in fantasy.
I don't have to hit that parlay. They passed on Ty Lemon. They passed on Sadiq. They told us with their brains.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. I'd rather take Michael Mayer than that.
When we look at, all right, so I think we're between, is there a running back you like here? Connor, Najee, P-Ron? I'm not doing like hide and run.
I would have liked Giddens, but we already have
Dallas RB2.
No, we already have JT though. We already have JT, so probably not Giddens. You could sell me on like some bullshit
Malik Davis is the Dallas RB2.
Man, this feels so gross. Could we just take like
Ollie Gordon, Miami?
Yeah, let's take Ollie Gordon. Let's take Ollie Gordon. All right. No, the Terrence Ferguson just feels like it feels like to me, it's just like the way I'm thinking, it's like, dude, like I feel way more confident in Michael Mayer, and even I don't even draft him on like 31% of my team. I'm just saying, like, I would rather take a talent bet. More talented Michael Mayer is more talented than Ferg. NFL told us that. NFL
I
told us
don't
that.
agree with that at all. Didn't Ferg go higher in the
NFL
draft?
told. We talked about this before. Michael Mayer went at the very beginning of round 2 in a way tougher draft class. That draft
Okay,
class
so he
had like
went,
what was
he
it,
went like
Bijan and
10
Gibbs,
picks ahead.
in a way harder class though. That was a harder class that he went in.
No. Last year's
That was
like
the
the
Bijan.
craziest tight end class we've ever seen. I mean,
I'm
at
not
tight
talking about
end,
just
though.
tight end. I'm not talking about just tight end. I'm talking about all the players that he went ahead of and right behind. That was the Bijan and Gibbs year, dude.
All right. Well, at tight end, do you want to do Mayer? There's Mason Taylor, Jatavian, Delp, Engram.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Darnell
Mayer. It's
Washington.
Mayer. I think Mayer and Theo are the cleanest in this range, and then like Arroyo is kind of like it's like a for me Arroyo and Ferg is like similar type of bet. It just depends on what the
Which one do you
talent.
want to do? Theo,
Mayer
Mayer.
for sure, bro.
Right.
Mayer for sure. I just like the competition's way less for the Mayer though. You gotta admit, I love Trey Tucker, but he's not gonna be getting like fucking 160 targets. Right?
Wait, so in this simulation, Brock Bowers gets hurt, and then Mayer and Trey Tucker is smashing?
That's not, bro. I'm telling you, Mayer and Bowers on the field at the same time is gonna be nutted, bro. It's gonna be hard to defend.
Fuck this.
Just imagine Naylor, Trey Tucker, Bowers, and Mayer with Genty. With Kubiak, holy shit, bro. Dude, tell me you don't see the vision. I don't like playing the game of someone getting hurt. I don't even like, for tight end, why would they need to get hurt anyways? They have multiple of them on the field.
No, I'm just saying, like, Mayer's fine. I was just saying in this simulation, though, for the absolute nuts, first place.
That's not the absolute. No, the offense gets worse if Bowers gets hurt. So, like, I'd rather just the offense eats all of them because Bowers separating from the second round is going to be harder than Mayer separating undrafted Mayer. He's going to outscore fucking Ferguson in his sleep this year. Come on, bro. In his sleep.
You think Mayer outscored? Wait.
Mayer's a better prospect, a better talent than Ferguson, and most teams are literally salivating, waiting to sign him once he becomes a free agent after next year. Yeah.
That's great. My points per signing as a free agent in 2027 leagues. We clicked him on this team. He's going to be good. Give me your projection. It's not all end all. How many yards do you think Terrence Ferguson has this year? The way you're talking about him, you think he's going to get like 300 yards.
I haven't done my Rams. I was waiting for the dust to settle. I haven't done my Rams. I know for sure that Michael Mayer is going to outscore him. That's for sure. He's going to outscore. Michael Mayer. People will talk about Michael Mayer like, dude, I'll put a whole bottle of fucking vodka or tequila, whatever your favorite drink is. I'll put a full bottle on it. You know why? People are talking about Michael Mayer like he's like first of all, Mason Taylor is a good, decent prospect. People are talking about like Michael Mayer like he's that level of prospect. He was so close to going round 1. If a team needed a tight end, he could have went round 1 that year. And that class was way nuttier than last year. Last year was pretty top heavy, in my opinion.
All right. I'm going to pull up the Terrence Ferguson clip from Ian Hartitz just to do it.
Do it. Let's hear some propaganda.
Love
I'm the one dying on this Mayer take, but I don't have 31% Mayer, and I'm very fine with it. You know, I'm very fine mixing in Ferguson. I just know reality. Reality is Ferguson can be a decent tight end, but Mayer's better. That's what I know.
All right. Hopefully this is fine.
Let me die. I'm gonna die on this hill, Nick.
You wanna dive into this real quick? My man is in the slot. Tell me, does this look like a tight end to you? Or oh shit. There we go. My man's in the slot. Now tell me, does this look like a tight end to you or a power slot receiver? All right. Fuck all that music shit. Is that not tough, bro?
It's tough. Let's pull up Elijah Arroyo now.
We can pull up Elijah Arroyo, but this is just the Ian Hartitz clip.
No, it's tough. It's tough, and it's tough.
That's wide receiver shit. And I think my point is, I think dude, these are wide receiver routes.
It's not.
My
No,
point
it's not. Okay, here's why it's not. Because the only reason he's able to do this is because he's not getting covered by, like he's cooking the matchup. Yeah, fair. He's not cooking a corner.
Well, that's the thing is like he's like pretty huge. He runs like a 4.4 something. He's got a huge wingspan. He's strong at the catch point. And like
so is Elijah Arroyo.
And Puka, like I just think you could get some like Puka Adams drawing the attention. He takes that year 2 leap as like a freak athlete, broken play type situation.
I mean, that's fair, but it's just a little too. Yeah, Otton does this every week. Nick said, "No, I just think it's just."
Otton has never done this in his life, bro.
It's too precise in my opinion because like you could take this similar bet in less crowded rooms. Like I don't know why you get pissed off when I say. I look at Terrence Ferguson and Arroyo the same way. They're both very good. They're both very nice tight ends that win downfield. Let's pull up some Elijah Arroyo. He does the same shit.
I got you. I just got to say to Nick, Cade Otton has never done this in his fucking life. Not even if he played against middle schoolers today. Cutting out like that, cutting upfield for a 30-yard reception.
That's crazy.
Absolutely not.
That's crazy. Middle schoolers not tackling anyone like that, bro. Cade Otton would fucking feast.
I'm just saying he moves different, bro. This is not just like your 6-yard compiler. I'm not saying you have to say Terrence Ferguson's the greatest click of all time, but do you at least see the vision of some like poor man's Kyle Pitts shit?
No, not at all. No, not at all. Here's why. Because Kyle Pitts,
he's gaping the seam.
That's not the point. Okay, first of all, the Kyle Pitts, I'll tell you the bet last year was can he return to rookie year where he got 73% of snaps? Last year he played like 89, 90% of snaps, so that exceeded my projection. I was hoping that he's fully healthy. He's going to play 73%. So if you're not going to play most of the snaps, then it's not the Kyle Pitts bet. And first of all, you can't build the offense. No, you can't build the full offense with him as the main target because he's not going to be facing. It's just different with Pitts. Pitts is just the.
My thing is this offense threw 46 touchdowns last year. If they throw 40 again, they haven't really changed.
They're not throwing 40. They're not throwing 40.
If they throw 38, you just have
I'll give you 37.
Oh my God, he's too tough.
I'll give you 30.
He was out of bounds, but
I'll give you 37.
Give me 37.
Even still, like it would be hard to do projection that way. But even if I give you 37.
My point is, you have a
bro. This is like Nick Buck just takes, bro. Max Claire clips. No, show Elijah Arroyo. Let's see Elijah Arroyo.
I'm gonna find it.
You're gonna find the worst looking clips. No, find the hype ass ones, bro. You gotta find the ones where he's mossing people.
I can't find some dog shit. All right.
No, I think it's a good. Like I can see the vision. Don't say Kyle Pitts bet. If you just say like that he's gonna earn more percentage than last year, and for what like that kind of thing, then I can at least get behind that. Or if he can catch some touchdowns on a good offense, I can get behind that. But when you say like Kyle Pitts is a very specific description of a player that's like he's a unicorn, bro. He's a unicorn.
More so in the archetype of like a seam stretching great athlete. Like besides, like I will say Kyle Pitts is a better route runner than Terrence Ferguson. I don't think anyone's denying that. But like the way that Puka and Adams command attention, and the way that McVay can scheme it up, you could see a guy who moves like T Ferg easily going like 3 for 60 and a touchdown.
Yeah, so that's not Pitts though.
No, but I'm saying if you had a limited, we're not getting 40 balls from him, but can he get you a bunch of 15s? I think so. So you got explosive plays at tight end.
I think there's so many tight ends that could do that, like get you 15. So then just you're drawn to the way it looks, which it looks nice. I mean, first of all, like there's not a lot of tight ends that are that fast at his size, so it looks better, I'm saying if you pull up Elijah Arroyo, first of all, if you pull up Michael Mayer looks amazing You know, he doesn't play the same way as Ferguson. Ferguson looks nice because the ball's coming out from a good quarterback. It looks great. You know, try playing with fucking Michael Penix. See what happens. I'm just saying.
Well, I like that we can ping pong, the floor of an Otten and a Mayer, and I know you might dispute the floor part, but like I don't think
they have more ceiling. I mean, you're gonna have more ceiling if you're playing 90% of snaps. I'm just saying, you're playing 90% of snaps. Dude, Cade Otton is a ceiling. Cade Otton's a ceiling play. I'm just saying.
Who's to say Terrence Ferguson doesn't play 73% of snaps? Just saying. Okay, I think I found a good.
I hope he does. I hope he does, man. I have a decent amount of him too. I'm just not being as precise about T. Ferg versus Arroyo versus even Cole Kmet. I mean, dude, like Cole Kmet is a reasonable mix-in. You know, I don't need to be precise on which one of them is the. You know, I'm cool with being like 8 to 20% on a lot of them. Do some 3 tight ends.
All right, we got Arroyo here. I'm going to get that up.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! This is what I'm talking. Dude, he looks pretty good too, man. You gotta admit, he looks good. He doesn't play like a regular tight end. I mean, first of all, look at it, dude.
That's some Terrence Ferguson shit.
That's what I mean. You want to say that Terrence Ferguson is better? I don't think it matters. Like, does it matter if Vlad McConkey is slightly better than Emeka? They're roughly the same shit.
It matters how the team views them. It matters if like the Seahawks are like.
Bro, that was sick as fuck.
It's good. It's good.
They ran a lot of multiple tight ends.
They do. They do. Barner. The thing is, like, if the Rams had Barner, I'd be like, okay. I'd be much more worried. But the Seahawks are super committed to the Barner bit. They don't have.
Bro, why would you be worried? They don't play the same position at all. Barner is. They complement each other. I don't think like Barner. First of all, if the Rams had Barner, yeah, no, for sure. I don't think like at that ADP discount that you're getting ownership discount. I don't think it matters if he can get you a 2-touchdown game. Like, dude, look at the way he moves, bro. It's sick, man. First of all, he moves different than Ferguson, but they both move. They don't move, dude. That's not a tight end doing. Dude, come on, bro. That's not a tight end doing that shit either. So look, and you can. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why I would be like 31% Ferguson. Why don't I be 15 each of these guys? These guys are sick as fuck, dude. I mean, why not both?
I wish the Seahawks believed in. I need the coach speak on. Like, I've gotten the most bullish coach speak on. Let me rewind. On Ferguson.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
I got to get it on Arroyo, and I'm not saying he can't do it or won't do it, but I just once I get that coach speak, I feel better about it. And I feel like Ferguson could end up in that situation where he's playing, 70-something%. That's hard for me to see for Arroyo. Again, not that he needs that to be fantasy viable, but it's like, oh shit, if I'm trying to get like the crazy breakout season. And also like the Seahawks have like, and just in terms of like the pie and like mouths to feed, they've got JSN, but they also have Shaheed, Torrey Horton, Cooper Kupp. Like the Rams don't even have like
That's not.
It's, but then those fans of those receivers might say Arroyo's nothing, and I would disagree with that. But point being, like the Rams or the Seahawks, like wide receiver 4 is better than the Rams wide receiver 3.
I mean, that's irrelevant unless they play 4 wide receiver sets or 3 wide receiver sets at a high clip, which that coach has never done that.
I'm telling you though, the Rams are going to play a ton of 2 tight end, and I think when you don't. It is relevant. Like if Torrey Horton or Cooper Kupp is a better target.
Torrey Horton literally.
Torrey Horton disrespect is crazy.
No, but this is the same thing.
No,
but he's a similar. Like if you look at his measurables plus his draft capital, he's like the same as Ferguson. They actually play differently, but I think. Ferguson's probably a little bit better route runner, but then I really like the yak I see from Arroyo. Like you can kind of use him more. But I don't know. I would probably feel more comfortable if Ferguson was like my tight end 1 on a team. Arroyo, I don't know. But it's fantasy, dude. Dude, it's fucking fantasy, bro. We're over here talking about Arroyo versus Ferg, bro. Tell me Cade Otton versus like. Can we just talk about Cade Otton versus like Schultz or something, bro? Like, let's do something more wholesome.
Bro, give me Dalton Schultz 10 days out of the week, bro.
This is crazy. This is what
Although
the
full
people are here
PPR
for.
site, I'm more into K. Dotton, I will say.
Schultz had more
Than I would be
receptions last year.
otherwise. Dude, Schultz is just straight up good, man. It's not even disrespect to K. Dotton. It's just Schultz is a problem. But I like it stacked on this team. You want me to rattle off what we got on this one?
Yeah, show the people.
Got you. All right. 3, 5, 8, 4. We got Baker Mayfield, Malik Willis, Cam Ward. A little lighter investment, but I think it works. I think it's totally live. Are you on board with that?
No, like, dude, you don't need like last year if you had like Jared Goff plus like Stafford and Jackson Dart, like you were fine. I'm not saying that we have a Jackson Dart, but
we're fine, does bro. That shit every week. Show Max Clare clips. I'll simply never show Max Clare clips, but I appreciate the shout out. You got to be above tight end 5 on the depth chart to get a clip. Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, Rico Dowdle, Tank Bigsby, and Ollie Gordon. Easy game. Safe goes down. H-Hand goes down. JT carries Bucky. Probably could have turned one of our receivers at one point into an extra running back, but it's all good. We're gaping the room. We're saying Rashee Rice, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Tate, Pierce, Pittman, Diggs, and Tucker. We're just going off like every week. Going off. And then we match other people with volume at tight end. Gunnar Helm, K. Dotton, Terrence Ferguson, Michael Mayer. All white, but slightly different archetypes. And, can't judge a book by its cover. Some of these guys are better athletes. Some of them are better, target earners, safety blankets. I think we get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. How do you feel about this team?
I mean, realistically, probably I don't know what was there at Alec Pierce price. Was there a running back we could have taken?
Like Jaylen Warren.
Yeah.
Maybe ping pong.
Yeah, maybe we would take both. But I don't know. There's no guarantee that maybe he doesn't come back. Maybe Dowdle doesn't come back if we take Jaylen Warren. Maybe the other guy takes him. So it's hard to say.
Would you? No, that's fair. How are you doing on time? Would you have any interest in a battle draft on drafters, or do you have to get out of here?
I have to get going. Like, I mean, I could stay for like 10 more minutes, but it's I wouldn't have time for a full one.
No worries. We got time for Max Clare clips. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, just to give the review. I mean, it's just, I think it's people like, this is not a pod structure. Like, you need the absolute nuts, and like, just like, look, Bucky, Bucky just literally he goes back to his rookie year and he's like a full-time player. And even if he's not, if he gives you like 135 and then like a 31 later, that could be enough. It might seem like it's not enough, but like if we're ping-ponging like Evans, Rashee, like 30 bombs at receiver, like if we always have like a 30 bomb every week at receiver, I don't think it really matters. And then like Saquon, people go to the extreme. Like Saquon needs to fucking die. It's like Saquon has a high ankle sprain and misses 4 weeks. Tank gives us like a couple 22s, Yeah. Same with Ollie. He doesn't even need an injury. He could just goal line vulture. So I think you don't need like robust RB to win. You just need to pick the few RBs that spike like crazy in their range, really, and then the rest will come together. I'm glad we didn't take Ladd though. Fuck Ladd.
Fuck that Ladd shit, bro. No,
he's a good receiver. I just don't think he's gonna spike. I don't think he's gonna outscore the people in his range. So, but.
In this simulation, Tank or Ollie is like the Rico of this year. Where the RB1 gets hurt and they could just go off. People might say this is a little thin, but it's like, okay, if one of those hit, you get that leverage where it's like, okay, we've got that fourth running back where it's a sick running back room, but they can't match us at wide receiver, like not even close. So I kind of like leaning into being a little bit thinner with an upside bet at one of the positions. And, having our RB, and it's not like we didn't cover our bases at running back. Some people might have 7 running backs, but if you don't have Bucky as your RB2, if your RB2 is like Rachaad White or whatever, it's like, man, you might feel a little safer at night, but you got a bunch of zeros once you start piling up the Woody Markses and the Emmett Johnsons and the Alvin Kamara's and all that shit. So I feel pretty good about this team as long as we can have some health.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Woody Marks is a zero. I don't even think. I think Rashad White is probably a really good pick, just because. I mean, shit, dude. If there's one running back that could consolidate in that backfield, if they need one, two for a couple games, even.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, JCM's not consolidating shit because he can't even catch passes.
No disrespect to Rashad White.
No, Rashad White is a dog. Rashad White is like, he's like literally McNichols. That imagine having a McNichols that's even better than McNichols at his role, but also could like handle like 30 touches a game if you needed it. I'm not saying you want to, but like if you, hey Rashad, for the next 3-4 games, like the other two running backs are out. Like, could you handle like 30 touches? Yeah, you can't give McNichols 30 touches, but Rashad White, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, Rashad White is a good clip.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Is Jerome Ford draftable in round 20?
No.
Or is that too cute?
It's too cute. I think it was less too cute before. I mean, like, I'm not saying K-Tron's anything, but it's just like they're kind of piling on like McNichols. I don't even think Jerome Ford might not even make the team, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I would have felt way better about it before the draft, but now you got McNichols, who they like, and K-Tron. So
you know who's clickable is this might sound weird or gross because I never really clicked this guy in previous years, but I mixed in a little bit of Marshawn Lloyd this year, like a couple, a little sprinkle.
Yeah.
I just know how the Packers operate. If there's no off the field issues, if he's not first of all, you wouldn't even be drafted if he had off the field issues. But if there's no like if he's trying to rehab and it's just like he keeps getting hurt, they'll probably give him one more shot, right? I'm not saying like he keeps getting more shots, but like he probably has one more shot while he's still on his rookie deal. One more shot, see if you can do something before they're fully giving up on him. But this is probably like if he gets one more chance, it's this year and that's it. So I don't think he's fully ruled. I wouldn't rule him out this year.
That's valid. I think someone's got to be the RB2 there, right? And it's either Chris Brooks or Marshawn Lloyd. The hamstring thing, it's like if I'm going to sit here and say like, oh, Jonathan Brooks could be healthy, or I'm going to say J.K. Dobbins can finish a year healthy, how could I not say that it's possible for Marshawn Lloyd to be the guy? And they did not address running back in the draft, really, right? So
nothing, bro. I was hoping for Kalen Black in the 6th round, but 49ers ruined that plan. We didn't get Kalen Black.
Did Chris Brooks go in this one?
Yeah. No, he went at 234.
Oh, you're right.
No, so
interesting.
I think
that should be on the
menu.
I think
it's like I just prefer like either going for the guy that never gets drafted, Marshawn Lloyd, or just neither. Because I think like there's definitely a world where Chris Brooks gets more volume and still doesn't spike. Because like I don't know, bro, his game is not really like at least Marshawn Lloyd's game kind of fits. Like he can be a change of pace. He doesn't need to be like the clear backup. He could just be like a compliment back. Get like 7 touches, turn it into like 15 points at least. I'm not even saying 25. 7 touches, give me 15 points, bro. But like some of these running backs, you give them 30 touches and they get to 20 points. It's like, all right.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rashad White ass. Like
I kind of like either of them because they both have a little bit of receiving to the profile, right? Like Chris Brooks we already know Marshawn Lloyd can catch. I think Chris Brooks has the sneaky. I don't know, man. There's something there. I think I got to mix those guys in more because Josh Jacobs
plays like yeah. No, he plays like a fullback.
He's not getting younger.
Problem. No, Chris Brooks is like I don't even see him like if Jacobs went down, I don't see him like being a Jacobs role. So it's just I miss Wilson, bro. I'll just say that. I really hope Marshawn is healthy because I miss Wilson. Dude, Wilson got like 25 touches like for a couple of games when Jacobs was kind of
consolidate. He could consolidate if he had to.
Dude, he's a little battering ram too. I'm kind of like my few Helani shares are kind of trembling over in Seattle.
The Helani bags are not by no means a guarantee. I'm mixing in a lot of. I don't want to be the guy anymore who like every year I'm like playing it through the cheap option, but like the cheapest option to finish. I'm like, but actually my player take is like, how about I just go with the market one time and be like, I'm gonna make it even at the very least. I'm at least make it even. There's no reason for me to have crazy conviction on George Holani over Emmanuel Wilson. In the past, that's like a 10 out of 10 Sus Edwards move. Not trying to do that this year. I want to make sure because someone's going to be the RB2 in Seattle, and
Yeah.
just have shots on goal. We'll get more news later in the summer, but
that's a tough one, man. That one I'm just like, I would say I'm kind of mixing in. I'm not really mixing in Halani right now, but I'm not really even mixing in Wilson that much. I only mix him in like if I have like Trevion, I'm like, fuck, bro, I might need a little bit early season until Ramondre just gets phased out completely.
I guess it depends how much you think of a workhorse price will be, but it's like I think the Seahawks are going to have like 2 viable fantasy running backs. Like if they had 2 when Walker was there and Sharps was there, like if Walker couldn't consolidate until like it was the playoffs and like it wasn't time to fuck around anymore, I think the Seahawks will have 2 viable fantasy backs. And it's like, well, shit.
Oh, well, he didn't. No, he didn't even consolidate until Sharps got hurt. It wasn't even because they were fucking around. It was just they had to consolidate to him.
Right. They had, you had Holani hurt.
I think they still would have won the Super Bowl if Sharp. No, but if Sharp was healthy, you think they lose the Super Bowl? Obviously, they still win. So it's like it's not even that they won because of Walker. It was just they would have won that shit
not
regardless. Like
facts. But I mean in the sense of like they want to have those 2 backs. Pretty much, I guess what I mean is like if Kenneth Walker is not good enough to keep Sharps on the sideline during the regular season, I think they just want to keep guys healthy and fresh. I mean, if they had grinded Kenneth Walker to a nub during the regular season, he might not have been as fresh to smash. Point being, I think either Wilson or Holani is going to get some real serious run, and like let me have some zeros on one to like get a 5-round payoff on the other in terms of not CLV but like real life production.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, I'm still like I'm still kind of waiting on that one. I got some bags. I'm mixing in Charbonnet when he falls. Like I got him at pick 188 today. I was like, dude, I'll take that. Like why would I not take that? Why would I take Kalani like 2 rounds later when Charbonnet at 188?
Yeah. On Underdog, I can see Charbonnet. On Drafters, like I will never do it. I just won't get into it.
I like it on Drafters too.
I just don't want a guy who's like at max going to play like 5 games, but in like a part-time role.
But like those, I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie though. In those 5 games, like if he gives you 2 like 25, bro. If he was bolstering Kenny, is Kenny not better than Price? Let's just be honest. Price sucks.
My truth serum is like Charbonnet is going to come back like week 16 and then play like 20 snaps and like get you 4 points. That's kind of my Charbonnet.
20 snaps?
Yeah, first week off the ACL, like 8. Like
how many?
Probably 8.
The 8 touches is getting more than 4 points, bro. On Drafters, the pass catch.
8 for, I'll say
Price doesn't catch passes. Just remember that.
Sharps goes 7 for 35 and he catches a pass. All right, I'll give him 5.5.
Yeah, I'll give him 3 rushing attempts and like 7 receptions because the Price doesn't catch passes.
I'll give him -1 receptions and or -1 rushes and 12 receptions.
Hey, bro, he's gonna smash.
I just have a little bit of worry about the injury, but I could be wrong on that. He's pretty jacked. He could come back sooner.
No, it's an ACL, and dude, we've seen, like, I'm not gonna lie, like the Watson thing, holy shit, bro. Like, but he got hurt in week 18. He got hurt like 2 weeks before Charbonnet got hurt. So I'm not saying that. Look, Charbonnet gets back by week 12. Week 12. He gives you 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's 6 shots on goal. I'm just saying that's like pretty reasonable. It just depends on the price. I think where did he go in this draft?
Charbonnet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 197. No, at that price for sure, bro. For sure. No, for sure. For sure.
Fair enough.
It doesn't. No, because Rico could have spiked those 2 weeks and then literally not play the rest of the year. His points didn't matter for a league-winning lineup. All that mattered were his 2 like 30-pointers. Well, he had like one other 20-something. I'm just saying, like, even if you got just 2 weeks out of Charbonnet, it's come on, man. It's Charbonnet. I'll give you some more propaganda. I think Elijah Arroyo breakout. We were 1 year early. All the
Hmm.
believers last year, like last year, I was drafting Ferguson. I was drafting Arroyo. I liked Arroyo more because I thought he could carve out bigger
I had
role.
way more Arroyo than Ferg.
Yeah,
I had almost no Ferg last year.
yeah. But I think the Arroyo thing, he got banged up last year, which didn't help because they were using him deep, like they were using him as like a receiver, and then he got banged up. But I think
Now,
we just gotta go back to
now I will say Arroyo does have a crazy injury history, so I think that'll be part of the Elijah Arroyo experience. But he's got talent, man. So I definitely cannot say he cannot do it. He's got the athleticism and the route running chops to get there.
I'll tell you what, I have a team that has I know I have a team that has Ferguson. No, I think it has Kate Otten, Ferguson, Arroyo, and Mayer. And it's like, dude, tell me how that doesn't win.
Tell me
I
how
just
it
don't see
does
how it
not
doesn't
win,
win.
bro. You want to talk about nut ass Rams and Seahawks ass tight ends? One of my I think maybe my highest placing team last year was a Kyle Pitts, Cade Otton, Tyler Higbee, and Noah Fant team.
I love
And
that.
it's like two of those guys didn't do shit, but you
No,
know,
Noah Fan did nothing last year. I mean,
but like Kyle Pitt, I mean, I think Higbee got like 3 touchdowns, so it's like, all right, that's fuck it, I guess. But you
yeah.
but Pitts and Otton, that'll play a tight end. Like I like a late tight end, but I also like honestly any part of the board is fine for tight end, depending on what your thesis is for the build.
I think it just depends on how you project the offenses to play, and it's like like for me, like the Tyler Warren thing. If you think that no Pittman means that they're trying to bring in another Pittman, like that's the part of the argument against Tyler Warren I didn't get, or because like the Colts never bring in free agent receivers. That's like their whole thing. They draft and develop. So when people say that, I'm like, okay, that's not happening. It is 100. What is he 5? What's his height? Josh Downs? Is he 5'9"?
5'9", yeah,
175?
yeah.
175. And I'm giving him 5 extra pounds because we all know it's 170. Okay, fine. 175. He's not playing two wide receiver sets. I'm sorry. Maybe he plays like 10%, but like I'm just saying, like, who's it going to? It's going to Tyler Warren. And
I
on
probably got to get the
PPR,
Tyler Warren up. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, it's a
slamming it.
problem.
I've been slamming him because like for me, Loveland feels expensive for like because people are like also projecting like Burden is breaking out and Rome is breaking out and Caleb is not becoming a fucking 65-70% completion rate quarterback. Probably not. Maybe he will slowly, but I don't think this is the year that all of them smash. So when I see Warren, when I see Pitts, dude, Pitts literally was a league winner last year and he's still going at pick 100. I
I'm
don't
not
know. I
gonna lie
mean,
to you,
and then
bro. I'm not gonna lie to you on the by the way on the Colts. I bet they regret trading AD Mitchell for pennies.
no, it's
No,
they're kind of like
Nick Westbrook
it,
Akine, or was it
you.
had he just run the
I
gambit?
think no, I think people kind of look at just like he can separate. He can, dude. Wicks can separate. He got traded. It happens. It's not like, but like, first of all, AD Mitchell he literally like his off the field issues plus the fact you remember in the same game he dropped that touchdown after like he's about to score a touchdown. He just drops the ball and then he gets a penalty on a penalty when he's blocking on a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Like that combination in the same game. I think they lost that game, didn't they?
Yeah, not his
They were
best
supposed
moment.
to. So I'm just saying, like, there's so much. It's like it doesn't matter if you're super talented if you're not like you're dude. Like, look at Jermaine Burton, still in the casino.
Crashing out,
It
just like
doesn't
us for real.
matter. Yeah,
Is
just
Nick
like
Westbrook
us, man.
Akine live? He's low
Yeah,
key live, right? I
I've
I
been
look up
drafting him a
like
little bit.
he had the 9 touchdowns 2 years ago, and like, could the Colts remember that year he scored 2 touchdowns against them, like one in each game. Not a lot of yards, but like, do they think of him fondly? And like, I don't know, he feels live as like around 20. If
Yeah,
you want to talk about a scroll down, click. Pierce dealing with injuries, Downs not really a real not really a real 2 wide receiver set guy. I don't know. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, could he run back 450 and 6? Could he have a Darius Slayton season? I don't know.
Probably. I think for me, what it signaled the most, like I mixed him into some stacks, but what it signaled to me the most is like, okay, they're actually doing the Alec Pierce thing, because you draft the guy that, like, I'm not gonna say he does what Alec Pierce does, but like, look, he's gonna be like he's gonna be the mostly like sacrificial clear out. Like that's what it signaled to me, because I'm like, okay, like you don't sign a player like that for no reason. It's like,
right,
you're actually gonna bring Alec Pierce's A dot down. And first of all, like Alec Pierce and Nick Westbrook-Ikhine 2 wide receiver set is actually solid as fuck. Like, at least because you have Warren out there and you're still gonna have JT out there. It's not like you need another receiver. If you have Pierce, who's a threat, and you have JT and Warren, that's plenty. And then Nick Westbrook-Ikhine can do a lot of the dirty work too. So I'm not. It could be like a Matt Collins ass player, but he can catch 2 touchdowns randomly because he's going to play in the red zone. So,
last question I got for you before we get on out of here. Just talking about this Colts offense, kind of coming to me. Do you think JT's receiving work is going to go up this year with Daniel Jones coming off the Achilles? Maybe a little bit more check downs, a little bit less of a Michael Pittman type of share. Could they just alter the offense, or do you think he's kind of just, it is what it is? He's got enough work. They're not going to really like start checking down more to running back.
So I just think his use in the passing game has been underrated in his career, because like if you watch him actually do his reps, like I'm not talking about practice, like in the game, he is one of the best, like to me, like one of the best, like he sells, like he's actually getting the ball like so well. And yeah, they need to, check down more. I think they probably will next year, kind of like get it out of Daniel Jones's hands more. I'm not really sure if it's going to JT or not, but I think JT is so good at like selling fakes. Like his footwork is amazing, like the way he puts his whole body into it. But he, his lateral movement, like I know we're getting into the weeds here, but like I don't see why he's not getting more checkdowns in general. Because like, first of all, he's a good pass protector.
Right.
He has good footwork in every aspect of being a running back. And it's not like he's a liability like Bucky. You don't have to take him off the field. So like you should give him more. But it's like the same thing how I feel about Saquon. Is like Saquon is so misused, because like he should be getting like Gibbs amount of targets. He should be getting like Bijan level targets, like maybe HN level targets with Tua. But I'm just saying, like, so I think like they're misusing. You have to get the ball in your best player's hands more in general. It's not like he's bad at it. You give him the ball and let him fucking go in the open space with blockers. Like you think, but he could do a long run on just a run, but he can't do it on a catch. That doesn't make sense, right? So like I think they're not using them properly. But like, you don't want to be predictable. We trust Shane Steichen still, right, over here?
I trust him. I thought he did a pretty good job last year when he had competent quarterback play. And just part of me wonders Daniel Jones's lack of mobility this year. To your point about Jonathan Taylor, another thing I really like about him is like once he catches the ball, he's like almost immediately at top speed. Like he doesn't like need to gear up like Derrick Henry and like build momentum. He's like going immediately. He's not like an A-chan speed, but he's really fast. And he just looks different when he's moving out there. I think maybe a little underrated extra. He already is underrated as a receiver, and like what he adds as a receiver, I think there might be an even extra little 1 or 2% target share that could go his way with the Pittman vacancy and the.
I would probably lean just towards Warren, just because we saw that Warren's targets plummeted after Daniel Jones got hurt, after he wasn't the quarterback anymore. And like, if you look at his game logs with everyone healthy, everyone's there. With Daniel Jones, dude, like I'm saying, like he was on a 1,000 yard pace as a rookie tight end. Like, and like even the game winning or that 4th and 2 when they're overseas and he got that conversion, it was just like, holy shit, this guy is NFL ready. He's like 23, so he's not like 21, but dude, it's just, I think Tyler,
Right.
I would probably budget it for Tyler Warren the most.
He could get QB sneaks this year too on some like goal line shit. Tyler Warren, that is.
Yeah,
That's like a sneaky part of
dude.
his game. I gotta. I think
I'm
that might be
pretty
my
in.
biggest blind spot is Tyler Warren. I basically have none, and I don't think that's correct.
I'll give you the way I've been playing it. It's just like, especially on underdog here too, but on underdog, the way I've been playing is like, look, once like unless I can get BTJ or Marv, if I'm not going elite QB, right? If I'm not going May, Jaden, whatever hurts, whatever your flavor is, I'm going Warren at that spot. Now, if I can get BTJ or Marv, I'm probably going that route just because I think we could actually see like a break, well, like a re-breakout for BTJ or a Marv actual breakout with competent OC play. Um, so I think, yeah, that's a good spot. I think because you're not, dude. Like, I'll sacrifice Chuba to get Alec Pierce. Like that's like I can get Chuba later, bro. I'm sorry, I know you're a Chuba guy, but I can get Chuba later. I can get Rico, who literally snatched Chuba's chain.
Agony, bro. Straight agony. But no, I think Tyler Warren's a good way to play it, especially now that Chuba's not like pick 100 anymore. Hasn't been for some time. It's like 70s. Like, all right, bro, we can arbitrage that. And
I like
get
Chuba. I click Chuba. I click him sometimes, but I'm just saying, like, maybe like 5% Chuba, 50% Warren in that range, right? You can mix them both.
Yeah, definitely worth mixing.
Daniel Jones stack always there waiting for you too. He falls too. If you have two Colts, he'll fall because people don't really like him.
Oh shit. Nick Bach is ready. I just texted him to see if that means to come on stream or just to draft. We will see what he says. But Zero, appreciate you coming on, man. Hanging out,
Yeah.
ripping a solid squad, fun squad. Hope you didn't mind the Terrence Ferguson deviation too much, but I think we got a good mix of targets, and I think we landed the play, and it'll be a fun one to track. I will make a note of that one and keep you updated.
I appreciate it. No, I think I would rather have Terrence Ferguson over Dulcich. It was just the stack, so I like that. I like that. Fuck Dulcich. I hope Dulcich tears his ACL, and I hope Ferguson has like a Gronk season for this team.
Let's fucking go. Let's split 250K right down the middle.
We'll do a pizza party for Nick. We'll give a pizza party for Nick, man.
Big facts. All right. I'm probably going to hop off as well, guys. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Hartman, Nick, Sean, Mike Robb. Yeah. Appreciate you guys popping in. And until next time, peace.
Peace.